Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And first of all, thank you so much for watching my first long video where I talked about how I handle heavy days and negative emotions. The messages I received honestly meant more to me than you know. By the way, small life update, I booked a flight to Hawaii this coming April, and I'm so excited. This will actually be my first solo trip, which feels a little scary but also really special. I'll probably start making small changes to my workouts and eating habits as the trip gets closer, and I'll share that whole journey with you along the way. And I wanted to bring you with me today while we talk about something that's been really important in my own healing: emotions and how we handle them. And this is something I recently learned, or I would say discovered, that genuinely helped me rewire my thinking and create a little distance from my own thoughts. I'm someone who tends to get stuck in my feelings for a really long time. When something hurts, it really stays with me. I've always struggled with life's ups and downs, and for a long time I had a very negative mindset. I would constantly imagine the worst case scenario, thinking that if I expected the worst, I wouldn't be disappointed. But honestly, that way of thinking just made me more miserable. So one thing I really want to remind all of us is this. I read in the book, 50% of our happiness is determined by genetics, 40% by internal factors, and only 10% by external factors. When I read that, I was honestly shocked. I knew happiness was supposed to come from within, but at the same time, I kept seeking validation from the outside. I was outsourcing my worth, my happiness, and I always ended up feeling empty. I remember thinking, this is literally science. Like, why are you doing this to yourself? But of course, knowing something and actually living it are two very different things. So through this wellness journey that I'm sharing on this channel, I started doing a lot of inner work. Or wait, let me rephrase that. I try to be kind to myself. Because at the end of the day, if we don't love ourselves or see ourselves as worthy just as we are, nothing will truly make us whole. Maybe something will make us happy temporarily, but long term, it won't last. One thing I keep reminding myself is that it is okay to not be perfect. No one is. It is okay to make mistakes at work. It is okay to hurt someone unintentionally. It is okay to have your heart broken. It is okay to cry, to feel frustrated, to feel lost. We're human. We're learning. And honestly, just being aware that we are imperfect might be the closest thing to being kind to ourselves. It doesn't happen overnight, but we keep working on it. Some days are good, some days are really hard, but always choose yourself and be gentle with yourself. Console with yourself the way you would a close friend. Another thing that completely changed the way I handle emotions is this. You are not your emotions. Let me say that again. You are not your emotions. Sadness, anger, depression, they don't define who you are. They're temporary experiences. They come, they stay for a while, and eventually they leave. Instead of saying, I'm sad, say, I'm experiencing sadness right now. I am experiencing the feeling of sadness, and I know it will pass. I've been diagnosed with depression twice in my life, and during those times, the world felt colorless. Everything that I saw, read, or listened to felt heavy and meaningless. I was seeing the world through the lens of depression. But it wasn't depression itself. Now that I've healed, I know this deep in my heart, my now is not my forever. When we are in pain, it feels like we will never smile again, like we will be stuck there forever. But emotions don't work that way. Whether we like it or not, they change. And once I understood that, something shifted. So now when sadness or anger shows up, I tell myself, oh, you're here again. And I let myself feel it. I cry if I need to. And I remind myself that it will pass. The more aware I became of how emotions work, the faster they started to fade. And honestly, that awareness has helped me stay kinder to myself and more hopeful. We're all experiencing darkness, disappointment, and pain. But knowing they don't last forever can completely change how we see ourselves and the world. If you're going through something heavy right now, I hope this video reminded you that you are not broken, you are not alone. Take things one day at a time, be gentle with yourself, and trust that this moment isn't forever. Thank you for being here with me.